Time 3:59. Hello. This is Carlos Fernando Ocon reporting in. Originally, I was going to talk about the reasons why we should create YouTube videos. But one thing that came to mind is that when it comes to creativity and speaking in front of a camera, especially when it comes to the improvisation of it all, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself when it comes to starting out. Because sometimes you have mental commentaries that tell you, oh, this is not perfect. It's a hindrance to just not let it write it out. Because in the easy flow of conversation, I noticed that that's becoming the main theme on my channel so far. But of course, I have other ideas what I want to talk about. But the reason why I'm talking about this currently is that it gives me a reason to sit with you and let you know that it's okay to go through the process of it all. And right now I'm being distracted by someone that's walking in front of me. But that's okay, because I'm just writing it out and let the environment have a good influence on just setting an example that I can use to just go with the flow of things. Just go with the flow of things. Because honestly, that's why when you're speaking in front of a camera, it seems pretty daunting to try to figure out what you want to say when you're just speaking to pretty much nothing. But again, going back to my other video, the main thing that makes it so easier is that if you have an audience or someone in mind that you want to talk to, that makes it so much easier to just get into the flow of things of it all. Structure, of course, helps out. But now, since this is my video and I'm only here mainly for my self-improvement to see how I do over the course of weeks and then a coming year, now I want to segue into talking about being a creator. Creativity, really, it's a wonderful thing to just find your own creative outlets. And this is part of my outlet to just free myself and give myself permission to just mess up and refine myself over the course of time. Because originally, when I kept trying to reshoot the video, my topic idea of mine was to talk about the reason why you should create a YouTube video. Because there's just so many ways that you can use this platform to have a creative outlet for it. Because for me, I'm really fascinated as far as the artisticness of cinematography of it all. See, sometimes you gotta work on the words that you're stumbling upon and just go with it. Just roll with it. Just have fun with it. Now, going back to the creative outlets of using this platform, this is practically free to start. If you have a phone, that's enough to just really hone in on what you want to do for your creative outlet. Music, cinematography, instructional videos, artistic ways of drawing, painting. I mean, there are so many ways that you can do to use this to measure your progress. And that seems to be the main theme. It's progress that gets you better. Because one thing I'm reminded of, people don't see the challenging progress that it takes to be more fluent in your creative outlet. Because to me, I'm personally aspiring to just want to and intend to get a lot more comfortable in front of the camera and just be better on speaking more smoothly, courageously, relatively correctly, if that's the thing. Who cares? I'm the one that's speaking here, so it doesn't matter because I'm having fun with it. And that's another reminder, just have fun with it. Because doing a one-shot take is not an easy task to do. And what's the word I'm looking for? Digressing. Yes. I'm sort of digressing in the topic of YouTube, creativity. But this is the example of it all that I'm setting for myself and for my bonus potential audience, whoever's actually listening. But the thing is, though, I want to advise you on is that in my personal experiential opinion, don't go into it trying to gain fame of it all or looking and desperately trying to cling and hope that you get a certain audience. They will come to you. The laws of averages, you will find your audience and they will come to you. For me, I'm not searching for an audience per se. If they happen to like it or engage with it or comment on it, that's a neat bonus. That's why my intentions, I feel, are pure at heart on my own ways of just being better on speaking. And my heart's pumping a little bit, but that's the natural course of just chipping out the rough edges on being smoother and refining your, or I should say my creative outlet with this platform. But one thing I want to say is that enjoy the creative outlets that you can use in this platform. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? How do you want to create? There's so many ways that you can use this platform for. And to me, what's more interesting is the artisticness of it all. If you want to create a cinematic video, whether it's movies or your day of life, I find it very attractive and artistic how there are many talented people out here in this platform that could do so many cool artistic expressions. And that's why we live in a brilliant digital age of sharing that creative outlet. The internet, it's a beautiful place to share these ideas and expression. It's so wonderful to behold things that people are not locked down to. And what do I mean by being locked down to? Because if you want to show your creative expression back in the media days of, say, 1970s and 1980s, you were gatekept from being in the breakthrough of just being in the music industry, being in the movie industry, being in the art industry. That's just some examples that comes to mind. But now anybody could show themselves in this internet platform. And there's really no stopping you now to have and share your creative outlets. What is your creative outlet that you want to express? And honestly, you don't even have to show your creative outlets to anyone. You can even just do things in your own way. Create things from your own personal expression. Set yourself up for creative expression. It's there in you. It's the heart of it all. Have you ever been repressed in that creativeness? Were you ever discouraged from doing anything that you wanted to do? I remember my sister. She wanted to take photography, and someone discouraged her from doing that. But of course, I told her that it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. What matters is how you feel about it and how you want to do and create what's in your heart. Your heart is your guidance, and your brain, your mind, is a way to set out and do those creative things. If you intertwine your mind and your heart together, there's no telling what you can do to show your creative ways of expression. In order to be impressive, you got to be expressive. If you're not expressive, you will be regressive. When you're regressive, you will not be happy about not showing your creativeness. You will be repressive. And honestly, it's real sad that there's potentially many people that has that creative drive within them that's been suppressed by potential people that doesn't know any better. Because what they say, it's all an opinion. And rejection is a form of opinion. And of course, you can't please everybody with your creative outlets. And that's why you shouldn't do those things to please people. Because if you become a people pleaser in your creative arts and crafts and filmmaking or whatever, you're censoring yourself and how you want to express yourself. I wonder what time it is right now. Looks like I still got 7 minutes. Wow. I still have a lot of time to talk about this, and I had no idea that this is going to go this way. See, that's one thing that I've come to highlight, for the lack of better words, on using your resource to your advantage. The reason why I brought that up, because normally I would have a different tablet to time myself, but since I didn't, what I'm doing now is I'm turning on my car, looking at my own time to see how much I have left over for this particular video. So if you want to create something, use the resource of what you got to start. Fail forward faster, the 3 F's. Be a failure. And what I mean by that is that don't be afraid to fail forward faster, because when you do, it's a quicker way to be better on what you want to do. It's really inspiring to see other people's creative ways. And that's one thing that I want to say. One great way to be creative on anything that you want to do is to look at other people's work. You can borrow inspiration from somebody else's material. Cherry pick all the things and put it together in your own little creative things, because most artists are inspired by other people's work, and you can use that as a way to create your own ideas. Don't be afraid to just extract other ideas from other people, because eventually, once you start copying other people, you become your own original creator from all the things that you extract from other people. Steal like an artist. That's one phrase that I can boldly say, but use it ethically. What's the word I'm looking for? Don't just copy and paste. Plagiarize. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't plagiarize other people's work. Because come on, you can do better than that. It's just laziness. It's not being creative to plagiarize. But if you take a quote and reword it, and even find ways to just extract the ideas like a tree branch. It's like, think of a topic in mind, a quote. It starts from this line, right? But if you want to explain what that quote is, suddenly you have a branch of other ideas on how you want to express that particular quote. It could be the definition behind it. It could be the origins from it. It could be a more understanding on what it is about. It could be ideas that can use for an inspirational quote. See, what I'm getting at is that when you get one idea, you could extract it and give different branches on ideas of other creative outlets, because creativity is unlimited and there's many forms of ways to use that, ways to express yourself. And I don't know if I mentioned dancing as another form of creativity. I mean, if you look at your environment around you, like this car, this is another creative outlet as well. And even nature is a form of creativeness, natural creativeness from Mother Nature. Now, how much time do I have? Looks like I have 2 more minutes. What else comes to mind for me? I think I made my point across, and this is a brilliant time to be a creator in this internet platform, especially in YouTube. And one thing I'm excited about, speaking for myself, is how this will go for my own personal endeavors on being a better speaker, communicator, and eventually using creative ideas to make cinematography style videos, whether day of the life or using other ways to make a different type of YouTube channel. Who knows? All I'm saying is that it's just fun to do things that is creative for you personally. I encourage you to get back to your inner child and just have fun on getting back into the things that you are possibly suppressed that you were doing. So yeah, what time do I have? I think I have 1 more minute, and even if I go a little bit over, that's fine, as long as I make the 20-minute mark. That's my own personal rule for my own creativeness in this weekly video that I'm partaking in. Look at this bear. This bear's awesome. Rock and roll, dude. Rock and roll. Express yourself, my bear. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Dance. 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 All right. I guess the end point is not to take yourself too seriously. Just enjoy yourself in the creative process of it all. Filming, speaking, writing, dancing, drawing, paintings. And there's a lot of it out there. Start creating your own creation. Great. This is Carlos Fernando Ocon, recording out. Take care.